Hey, how's it going, guys? How you doing on this lovely Thursday, July 19th? Is that right? Does that sound right?
About right.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that.
How you guys doing? How's your day going? It's a beautiful day in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Beautiful today. Warm.
Yes.
Construction everywhere.
It wouldn't be Nova Scotia without some summer construction.
At least 300 projects, I'm sure, going simultaneously in the city.
Wasn't that something like they had last year? It was
an
insane amount of projects
it was
going
around
on.
300.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it seems like the same thing. So even less parking downtown.
Yeah.
If you can imagine that.
Yeah,
But
even on the street down here.
the whole street is gone.
Yeah.
You can't park anywhere.
No.
But it's a sunny day, and we'll take that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TK. This is my man Tony, and we find interesting news articles from around the globe, and we bring them to the comforts of your home. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Talking Trends, and
If you didn't know what you were watching.
just in case, or listening to. But also, we are unlike a lot of podcasts out there, as this show is done live. So again, I'm speaking to the people in the chat. We want to hear your comments, opinions, and thoughts on the stories that we'll be covering. And also, shouts out to everybody that has subscribed to our show on YouTube, Google Play, and iTunes. All you simply have to do is type in Talking Trends on YouTube, and you'll find us. And for iTunes and Google Play, Talking Trends audio podcast. Hit us up, rate the show,
Yeah.
and c'est la vie.
Do it.
Up on today's show, we got a good one.
We got some feisty topics.
Yes, we do.
You know?
Some people shouldn't be parents.
Agreed. We report, I think, on most of them.
Yes, we do. In this case, a woman has been sentenced to jail for 40 years for killing her 2-year-old child for wetting the bed.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever let anybody cut in line in front of you? You want to be a nice person? You're just like, excuse
I'm not usually a nice person.
No, I know
So,
this.
I have a very small heart.
So no. So you have not.
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
You have, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah. In this case, it led to somebody winning quite a lot of money.
See? That's why I don't let people cut in front of me.
Tony has all the details on that, of course.
Yeah.
Up next, we have a delicious story.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's kind of delicious, heartwarming.
A little sad.
A little sad, a little delicious, a little heartwarming.
Yeah, I like that in a story.
So there's a terminally ill dog, but
Aw.
I know. I'll let you guys cry it out for a moment.
Okay.
So there's a terminally ill dog, but you know what? There's a Burger King that stepped in and decided to give him free burgers for the rest of his life.
That's pretty badass.
That's not too bad.
I ain't gonna lie.
Congrats.
That's pretty nice.
Congrats, Burger King.
Shouts out to BK.
Yeah. And man, you and the money stories.
Yeah, it's all money today.
Yeah.
So I like a few dollars.
Hey.
Yeah.
In this case, a family was given a little inheritance of upwards to $500,000.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that money got confiscated at the border.
No. And it sits there today. So don't bring that big money across the border, people.
No.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes,
Interesting story.
And shouts out to anybody celebrating a birthday. We don't know any celebrities today that are celebrating a birthday, apparently.
It was not a popular day to get busy.
No.
So yeah, we don't have anybody of any celebrity status that we wanted to report. But if you're out there, we don't know about you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
And
guys.
even if you're not a celebrity, happy birthday to you guys
Yeah,
too.
more life to you guys.
More life to you guys, of course.
So we're going to kick things off with this.
We'll start on a downside, on a down note.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go up.
We'll go up. We
It's
swear.
all right. We'll get there.
So a mother who killed a bedwetting son was handed down 40 years for her crime. South Dakota woman accused of beating her 2-year-old son to death after he wet his bed has been sentenced to 40 years in federal prison.
Jesus.
30-year-old Katrina Shangro pleaded guilty in March to second-degree murder in the July 2016 death of her 2-year-old son, Kylan Shangro.
Yep.
And she was sentenced on Tuesday. Shangro admitted to assaulting the toddler with a studded belt. She also threw him to the ground, kicked him in the abdomen and head, and bit him several times, as if
Jesus.
doing the rest wasn't enough.
Like the kid can fight back too. Like
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Her mother, Sonia, has pleaded not guilty to being an accessory and hindering the investigation. So it's kind of like a weird family ordeal.
nice family.
Yeah, and the boy's father is serving time, of course, in federal prison for abuse and neglect of a son with a different woman.
There you go.
How do these people find each other?
listen, they roll in the same crew.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Disgusting.
It is very disgusting. And again, I always propose this question to anybody listening and watching this.
Yeah.
Do you think the time fits the crime? Do you think 40 years is enough for this person? Hopefully they don't get a chance of parole.
Well, is it 40 with a chance of parole or no?
I don't know.
We don't know.
It's just 40 years in federal prison.
Okay.
I'm assuming when she gets there, once the other inmates find out probably what she did,
it's going to be pretty.
It's not going to be pretty for her.
No, absolutely not. You know what? I don't know. 40 years. She's 30 now.
She's 30.
She can still get out when she's 70. Now, here's the problem. Because I was going to ask you if it's in the U.S. or not. It is obviously in the U.S.
South Dakota.
You know, prisons are overflowing.
Yeah.
Now, this is a serious crime. This is obvious. Was it murder? Was that the actual?
Second degree.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So second degree is not. How is it second degree, not first? That's fucking insane.
Not
number
sure how
one.
they squeezed that one out.
That's ridiculous. That's some good lawyering right there.
Right.
Because they start emptying out jails with people for lesser. You know what I mean? With the lesser. Not that it's a lesser crime, but the fact that it's second degree, not first, that makes a big difference in the U.S.
Yeah.
She may only serve maybe 20 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
She can get out when she's 50.
And still have a decent.
And still, you know what I mean?
Life.
I mean, you're still out and you're still alive. That kid's not alive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I mean, I hope every day that she's awake and goes to bed, the thoughts of her doing her crime haunts her.
Yeah.
For her time spent in jail, hopefully all 40 years. I think in this case, it's definitely a sufficient amount of time. I mean, I would just like her to stay there for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I mean, you know. 40 years is a long time. I get it.
Yeah. But I just don't understand. It's like, guys, you're going to have a kid. These are the things that you're probably going to run into when having a kid.
Yes.
And wetting the bed, I would assume, I don't have any kids, is probably on the low scale of annoyances. Wait till they get to being a teenager.
Yeah, it's part of the whole situation. Right. Sally said she should be in a mental institution, some sort of mental facility, obviously. Right. She also says, I dislike children, but I wouldn't beat one. So
no,
there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, it's part and parcel with having a kid. You know that messes are going to be a part of that whole. I have 2 kids. Wetting the bed, part of it.
Tony wets the bed.
I still do it today.
He just did it today.
And, I don't get beaten.
Yeah, I didn't beat Tony today.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But yeah, it's part of being a parent. Now, these are pretty shitty parents.
Yes.
Obviously, the mother, disgusting individual here.
Yeah, I just don't understand. The mother kills her own child. Yep. And the dad, she's now in federal prison. Yeah. The father of this child is in federal prison already as well for child abuse.
Similar crime.
It mystifies me.
It's like similar to when, it's an emotional thing. So as a parent, if these things happen, it can be frustrating. It happens over and over and over again. You start going, a little bit crazy. Right. You're like, why are they not stopping? Why aren't they? Well, number one, she's 2 years old, the child. Yeah. It's like when you get in those baby shaking situations.
For sure.
They're so frustrated, and that's what happens. They don't realize what's going on.
Right.
This situation here, there definitely something mentally is not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have the conscience to beat your own child at 2 years old and continue. You say biting and all kinds of
kicking.
Like, no, you're not mentally right up here.
Exactly. To continue on from maybe a little bit of I'm not condoning any sort of discipline for beating your kid for wetting the bed, but I mean after hitting your kid with the studded belt and then continuing on is crazy to me.
And when you say the grandmother was there?
Well, the mother has her
mother was there?
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of the case, but it did mention that the mother there was a
accessory. You were saying
she was
which means she probably was there.
She pleaded not guilty to being an accessory and hindering the investigation because she probably wanted to protect her daughter.
Oh, right, okay.
But I mean, it's just like, your grandchild died.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Chances are it's not the first time an incident like this has happened with this particular parent. If the grandmother would have stepped in and maybe did something because maybe something similar had already happened with this mother, you know what I mean? Maybe could have saved the child's life and the woman still could have gone away.
Right.
Lost her privileges with the child. So
But at the same time, got a little help mentally, so...
These are always situations, man. They have to get help.
Yes.
And so shitty parent right there.
Yeah,
big time.
Another parent of the year.
Yeah. The best thing is walk away. You get frustrated.
Exactly.
Take 10 seconds, walk away, come back to the situation.
Let the child kick and scream and do whatever. Yeah. But take a couple minutes to for yourself, for your own sanity, so you can prevent yourself from potentially doing this.
Sally just said the same thing. Leave the room, take a breath, go back and deal with it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like you do with me all the time.
Yeah.
He takes a breath, walks away from me, doesn't beat me, comes back. Then he beats me.
I let Tony kick and scream for a couple minutes by himself in the room.
I know.
And then I come back and
I gotta get it out.
Talk to him like he's an adult.
Yeah, and clean up the bed.
And then we're good. And then we're on to our next topic, which is cutting in line led to major wins for one gentleman.
Yeah. Well, if there was ever a story that made you want to beat somebody, this would be the one.
Right.
Because was not a good day for the woman. Great day for the man.
Yeah.
British man, actually, who won more than $1 million in the lottery after a woman let him cut in line to go in front of her. Aaron Walshaw, 32-years-old, said he's now planning his dream wedding with his fiancée, Sari Hall, 23, after nabbing the big prize, according to BBC, and it wouldn't have been possible without a stroke of luck, he said. Quote, I popped into a nearby shop where me and another lady approached the cashier. She must have seen that I was in a rush because she insisted I went before her. Also, quote, saying, I don't think I would have been in time to buy my ticket if she hadn't let me go first. He added, saying he'd love to track down the woman who let him go first so he can thank her. Hopefully thank her with a little bit of money.
A little financial thanking.
For now, Walshaw said he will continue to work as a plasterer.
Okay.
So just keep working. And he said him and his fiancée prepare for their big day. We've got a wedding to plan, he said. I want to make it the wedding of Sari's dreams.
Damn.
So, what do you do? If this happens to you, you let people cut in line. I know your MO. You know what I mean?
I'm nice every now and then.
Even if you had one item and someone had 20 items, you let the 20-item person go. For some wild reason, I'll never understand your ways. But, I don't know, man. I think I'd lose it.
I don't know. I wonder if the lady found out that he won. That's another thing.
Well, I don't think maybe she doesn't know.
Maybe if she does, if I didn't know,
it'd
be I could probably get some sleep, and I would be like, okay.
No, but if you knew,
but if I knew, I'd be like,
you should be trying to track him down. Yeah, but he has no obligation to give you.
No, but you know what? If he says this in a publication of some sort, and he says he wants to thank, hopefully
that's true too.
Hopefully he gives some sort of prize to her.
I would think he would. I would think if he's trying to actually track her down, if he's trying to do that. But if he says it, and he puts it, track me down.
Yeah,
puts it out in there in the public, like in the news. Then obviously, maybe he's trying to track her down, and she should maybe track him down. Flip the script, lady.
Oh man,
go try to find him. Clearly, he's got a little bit of percentage for you.
I know what you would do in this situation. You're basically saying it right now.
I would be going back to the store. Give me that surveillance footage.
Who is
do
this
you
man?
Know that lady? I would stake outside. You know what I mean? I'd be waiting out there.
Oh man,
he's coming back here for sure. He's a plasterer. Listen, around where he lives. Find the plaster companies. Try to find the dude.
Hire him as be one of his clients, and just be like, "Hey, listen.
Hey, do you remember me?
Yeah,
I let you cut in front, motherfucker. You got some of the millions for me, please?
Oh man,
I don't know, man. It's here's the thing. The guy's planning a wedding, so it just seems like the timing.
It's good.
Right.
And you know what? Also, is kind of good about this story. He's a young guy. He's in his 30s.
Young fella.
Which I also like to see because usually a lot of the time, a lot of people win the lottery. Majority is a lot older.
What are you saying about old people, man?
I'm not saying, you know.
Oh, you saying something. You saying you don't want old people to win.
No. I like it when everybody... I just like it when I just like it when the young people win and have more of their life ahead of them and stuff like that they can, I don't know. I'm not saying oh God, you know what? I'm just going to stop.
Well, it brings up the thing we just talked about with Chase the Ace earlier this week.
Yeah.
Where the lady's like suing her own friggin' nephew for half of the money.
Unbelievable.
This guy here cuts a front and he's trying to find the other party to thank her.
Yeah.
So it's like the opposite situation. And they're not related, just complete stranger.
Yeah.
But he knows it wouldn't have happened if she didn't let me cut in front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She probably, again, it doesn't say whether she was buying a ticket or not. So it may not have been her ticket, but he said I wouldn't have made the time to get my ticket.
Exactly.
So that does count. So, I mean, listen, shouts out to this guy. If he is trying to find her, good for him, man. Because most people probably wouldn't.
No, they would be good to go with their lottery winnings.
They'd be gone.
I'd be out.
Yeah, big time.
But, guys, I would let the people of Talking Trends butt in front of me for whatever. It's cool.
Of course you would.
And speaking of those people,
button in front of us,
it's that roll call time.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. We have Sally in the house, of course. Jonathan Cromwell always joining us. DJ Haku. Jeanette's in the house. Dan's in the house. Carrie's in the house. Brandon also in the house. Thank you guys for joining us once again today. We appreciate that. Daniel, my man in Miami, one of my good friends in Miami, Dan Brady. Yeah.
Nice.
He's my homie.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, we got a good story how we met. So.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you later.
Okay, fair enough.
Not that kind of story.
Okay, sure.
You better calm your little body down. You're acting like you're cutting line and you won $1 million.
Oh, man. I'm interested to hear this weird stuff.
Well, you know what's good as winning $1 million is winning free cheeseburgers.
Yes.
That's a pretty good thing.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
No. In this story, there's a terminally ill dog that's getting free cheeseburgers for life at a Burger King.
Man.
Right? Give me those cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
A family dog will live the rest of his days with a happy stomach thanks to a Burger King. One of the fast food chains restaurants in Toledo, Ohio is treating a 10-year-old Cody, a boxer lab mix who has terminal cancer, to his favorite snack, which is cheeseburgers, for free.
Yep.
And I believe cheeseburgers are a lot of people's favorite snacks.
Me, please.
My family and I were heartbroken over the news, but we decided we wanted to try and make the last part of his life the best we could. The family wrote, every day since we found out, we've gotten him a plain cheeseburger to eat with his many medications to make it easier and more enjoyable for him.
Wow.
I want him a cheeseburger with my medication.
I know. Yeah. We can't even get you to take your medication.
Yeah, seriously. Then on Sunday, when the family visited a Burger King to get Cody's burger, an employee politely asked why you were getting a plain burger. And then they told her why. And the Burger King employee left to speak with the manager, who said Cody could eat cheeseburgers for free at their location.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't explain how much that means to us, and my family are beyond appreciative, the family said, adding the employees at this location are the best around. Yeah, good on the employee for just being like,
big time. Hey,
you know what? I'm going to go take the extra step and talk to my manager. Hey, listen, there's a terminally ill dog that loves cheeseburgers, and I just want to see what we can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, the burgers are fairly cheap, I'd say. Cheeseburger at Burger King probably run you less than like $2-3. So what's it to them?
Well, the cost to them is virtually nothing.
Nothing. So I mean, again,
and they probably throw away some of them at the end of the day, or whatever the case may be.
So a burger a day is nothing. I'm assuming it just would be like 1 or 2 a day, if that.
Nothing to them.
Yeah.
Something very big.
Yeah.
For Cody.
So Burger King's corporate Twitter account responded to the family's tweet saying the world needs more kindness and empathy. And they replied, of course, saying, thank you for giving us the chance to do this for Cody. Guys, do this for me.
You don't even eat meat.
Give me some fries.
Oh, good Lord. All the things you eat, you never eat a thing of fries every day. Bloody hell.
The family wants the rest of Cody's days, of course, to be as comfortable as possible. They said he's such a loyal dog.
Yes.
We call him our old gentleman. I call Tony my old gentleman.
Damn you. Couldn't it just be gentleman? Why's it got to be old all of a sudden, too?
Just kidding. So they call him their old gentleman because of how he looks out for us. And we wanted to thank him for being such a good boy.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, just that's
a nice story.
Nice little story.
No.
Not much criticism coming from my end or many comments. Just the salutes to the Burger King in Toledo, Ohio for doing that.
Listen, shouts out, man. That's, again, something they don't have to do.
No.
And good on that employee, you're right.
Yes, good.
Recognize that situation.
That's a good employee. That's an employee where it deserves, like, you know what? You get a day off this week.
You get a free cheeseburger.
You get a free cheeseburger.
The dog gets one, then you get one.
Yes.
Back and forth. It's a give and take relationship.
Right. And speaking of a give and take relationship, definitely I'd say a take relationship. A family was given an inheritance of $500,000 and the border authority took that and has since not given it back.
Well, as you know, when you cross the border with your tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Which I know you do on a regular basis.
Clearly, yeah.
Usually you have your money belt strapped around your waist.
Yeah.
Or in unmentionable areas.
Yes.
You got to be very careful.
Yeah.
Because crossing the border, they will take your money. An Ottawa man acting as an executor of a will says TD Canada Trust gave him faulty advice to mail $500,000 in bank drafts to a family member in the U.S., a move that caught the attention of the U.S. border officials who seized the money. Big time sucks. Almost a year. So basically a year later, the money is stuck at the border.
Oh.
Executor David Sakely worries the family members may never see that inheritance. It's like the money has fallen into a black hole, he says. He said he was in a rush to send the money because one of the beneficiaries' health is quickly deteriorating, so it was going towards a health situation that they had going on. He needs to pay the mounting pile of medical bills, obviously in the U.S. He also says that TD won't cancel the bank drafts. TD,
come on.
This is bad press because it treats the documents as cash. Oh, boy. Meanwhile, U.S. border officials won't release the money, deeming it counterfeit.
Oh,
you can't mail more than $10,000 across the border without notifying officials beforehand. So that's a little bit on him. Maybe he should have found that out before he mailed that across.
I suppose, but also
You know what I
think from the bank they should have known better as well.
The bank for sure. They don't get off the hook.
Yeah, just be like,
No.
no, actually, this is the way you want to do it. They should probably have just wired the money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wait.
He also says the bank never told him that. He says, quote, I had faulty advice. I trusted the bank. I thought they were experts. I'm just a high school teacher. I don't know anything about sending money. There's $500,000 in limbo and a dying beneficiary.
Oh.
If he dies without getting his bequests, I think there's something wrong with that. Yeah, no shit.
Wow.
That is not a good thing. So the way he sent this, and he thought this would be the best way,
right.
He said, because the bank told him the safest way to send the money would be through bank drafts. So I took their word and bought the bank drafts right there on the spot. He got 5 $100,000 bank drafts, and that's how he sent it. After careful examination of the shipment, it was determined that the check is counterfeit. Apparently, the U.S. borders claims. I couldn't believe my ears when they said the checks were counterfeit. I was doing what the bank told me to do. It's obvious. It can't be counterfeit. It comes from one of the 5 biggest banks in Canada.
I was just about to say, I was just like, how is this counterfeit when it's coming from TD?
And there are TDs in the United States all over the place.
Yes.
So, right now, this money just sits there. The worst part is there's a beneficiary who's dying, literally, and needs the money to pay the bills so he can get his medical treatment.
Oh, man.
So,
this is horrible.
where does the fault lie here? Does it fall on the executor, the bank, the U.S. border?
I think it's just a couple people. I think the border, for one, for not having any sort of empathy towards the situation. Be like, okay, we get it. Here's what you should do.
Yeah.
We're going to just cancel these, or, hey, we'll give them back to you, and you give them back to the bank. And ask them how to do this properly again.
Right.
I just think after a good discussion with an understanding individual, they should understand. Like, I don't know, they should let that go.
I mean, you'd figure there must be some way to work this out. Medical bills are piling up more than $60,000 so far in medical bills, which of course is in the States. There's no it's just a free for all down there for medical bills. It's nuts and it's so expensive. Sally says the bank should be accountable. I tend to agree with that.
Yes, I agree.
But there's got to be a way to cancel them, and I don't know.
I don't understand how they just can't cancel it.
Yeah,
and just be like, okay, let's just restart this again. This whole process again. I mean, I've had it's really weird just to kind of have money that is yours just kind of floating out there.
Yeah, just in limbo somewhere.
In limbo. It happened to me, I think 2 years ago when I went to a bank machine to deposit some money. And then the bank machine was like, hey, you didn't deposit the money. And then I went to the bank teller. I was told the whole situation. It's like, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks. I was like, wait, can you just go to the bank machine and like just get my money out like now, and I'll just go. Right. And ever since, I just been going to the tellers and handing them the cash. I was like, I'm not messing with these machines anymore. And in this situation, this is unbelievable.
Well, here's the problem, because they're sitting at the border. Those bank drafts are sitting there. It is essentially, it is cash. essentially, because they're sitting there. Anyone can take them, and those people they could be released and they could be cashed. So I can understand that, but
I'm assuming they're in their names too. Whoever.
I think
when you do the bank draft, it has your name and stuff on it. So, and then that's another thing. I just don't understand how it could be called counterfeit.
Oh,
anyways,
so ridiculous. CD, step your game up.
You want to talk about ridiculous?
You want to talk about ridiculous?
We got a bonus topic. We're gonna wrap this up quickly.
Bonus round.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this new law has come into Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yep.
The smoking ban.
Yeah.
Which basically permits anybody from smoking anything outside in public, and it has a lot of people up in arms, and rightfully so. I don't even smoke myself.
Nope.
But I honestly think that this is crazy.
It's a little bit crazy. There's a bylaw just got passed. 13-3 was the vote that bans people from smoking cigarettes, cannabis, and vaping on, get this, sidewalks, streets, and other municipal properties. If you're caught smoking in the wrong place, the fine can be up to $2,000. So, this begs the question. Begs a lot of questions.
Damn it.
Halifax, what's going on? What in the world could you pass a bill like this? First of all, first ever, I think. There's nowhere in Canada.
Where else does this happen in Canada?
Or North America.
Yeah.
I don't think, for that matter.
All my vapors out there?
Dude, this is...
My vape nation?
The vape nation is dead. Forget about it. You got to smoke under a rock. You can't smoke...
And there's some apartments that living complexes that don't allow smoking in it as well. And people go outside to smoke.
Yeah.
And then they, of course, go back in. But literally now... It's kind of like they're forcing people to quit, or I have no idea. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Like the article continues about, tobacco being a highly taxed product.
Yeah.
And of course, the government, gets to eat off of that tax.
Yes.
It's their tax. They're getting it. Probably one of the highest tax product there is out there.
Yeah. That and booze.
And you're turning around and telling them, you can't smoke anywhere. Anywhere.
And if you do, too large.
So we get to take more money from you.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. I don't even know.
Not only did they take not only they're trying to capitalize on the weed market by taking all that money.
Yeah.
Now they're just like, as if we weren't taxing the normal cigarettes enough. Again, the $2,000 up to $2,000. And that's another thing. What delegates you to make the charge up to $2,000? Is it what kind of property you're standing on?
What's public? You can't. Streets or sidewalks?
Well, I know, but it's just like, what's stopping it from being? What's the difference between me giving you $500 fine and a $2,000?
I have no idea.
What makes a difference? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, nobody seems to know. Brandon Blades, he loves the law, but you can't love the law, man, because you just said I'm gonna blaze a J whenever I. No, you can't blaze a J whenever you want, man. You can't do that. You can't go play softball and smoke one in the bleachers. That's a public place. That's a public park. You can't do that no more. You got to go sit in your car under a fucking blanket and darken all the windows so nobody sees you.
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to smoke.
And then...
You enjoy that?
And it was crazy because a couple months ago we covered the story now, I believe. Essentially now, cops are now going to be able to pull you over for anything without probable cause.
They passed that law?
Well, how are they going to know if you're smoking or not marijuana in your car?
Well, that's true.
They don't. So now they're going to be able to pull you over, take a little whiff, and be like, okay, you're fined, and God knows how many points you'll lose off your license, or if you just lose your license in general. Now, on top of that, you're not allowed to smoke outside. If you do, you're going to be charged like crazy. So, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not a smoker, and I think this is kind of ridiculous.
I think
there's already smoking areas, no smoking within like 10 feet of a building, whatever, cool. But nothing. And imagine tourists.
Oh, dude.
When they come off the cruise ships.
You think they're going to pay? They ain't going to pay shit.
And imagine if they're starting to tag the tourists, like, man, who's going to want to come here? I was like, oh yeah, Halifax, beautiful city, but we got fined $2,000 for smoking outside.
Yeah, I think I won't be going back there. Sally brings up a good point. This happens as soon as the weed is legalized.
Oh, I know.
So that's interesting.
Oh, it is. They want control over it. They want like 100% control over it.
This is crazy.
They don't want it outside in public at all.
I think that Carrie brought up the point. You should make it illegal to throw your cigarette butts on the streets and sidewalks.
I agree. There's certain things I agree with.
Yeah.
But the whole nothing outside, I don't know, man. You're giving people not many options besides either just quitting or what. I don't know. And again, you're just getting and like it. Now you're just giving cops like more people to hate on cops now.
Oh, dude, man! Like it's like they have time. Now they got to go arrest. They got to give a fines for smoking. There's other fucking crimes going on, man.
Listen, I'm
Stop
mad.
a crime.
I'm pissed when I get a parking ticket.
Yeah, that's right.
This holds no comparison now to a parking ticket to a smoking ticket. I can't believe I said it's smoking ticket.
A smoking ticket.
Unbelievable.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to understand what the thought process behind this is, because
Clearly none.
Well, there can't be any. I mean, walk down Argyle Street on a Saturday night.
Walk down anywhere on even yesterday. I went out to go eat with some friends.
Yeah.
And sometimes after the meal or during the meal, hey, I'm gonna go out and have a smoke.
Pop out for a smoke. Now you can't do that?
Can't even do that anymore.
Come on. Good luck. Halifax, good luck. Try to enforce this law. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, man. Anyways.
I mean, it's just not gonna. I think the only thing I can come up with is that they're trying to avoid people smoking in like public, like parks,
right,
where people gather, that kind of thing. I get that part of it. Why don't you just ban it from public? I think it was banned from public parks.
I would understand parks and like where high probability of children and stuff. I get
something
that.
like that. But what are you gonna do? A guy's walking down Spring Garden Road with a cigarette, and you're gonna give him a ticket?
There's gonna be more cops walking the beat like crazy.
Dude, listen, try to do that when someone went on a drunk night on Saturday when you got 25 people out there smoking. Try to hand out a ticket. See what happens to you.
Man.
See what happens to you. You think the cops are going to give up? They're not going to give them out, man. They're going to be, I don't want that headache. They'll be like, I didn't see it.
I would like to know the annual report on this.
Listen.
Anyways.
Anyway. Halifax, focus on some other shit, will you?
Yes.
Anyway.
Something a little bit more important.
Anyway.
But at least, I mean, I won't be here for this weekend where it's going to be taking effect.
He's going to a smoking city called Toronto, and you can smoke wherever the hell you want.
Yeah, the Big Smoke itself.
The Big Smoke, they call it. You're leaving tonight? No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
So you'll be gone until when do you come back?
Monday. I'm not sure if we'll have a show on Monday. I'll double check my flights.
Oh boy.
But if I get back early enough on Monday, we'll have a Monday show. If not, I'll probably see you guys on Tuesday.
Here's a quick note. Ben says, I even saw an article in the U.S. basically telling people planning on traveling to Halifax to leave your smokes and lighters at home. It's already starting, people.
There you go.
There goes the tourism.
Wow.
So you'll be back Monday. You don't know what time yet?
No, I think it is later in the afternoon. So I'm going to say safe. We'll have a show on Tuesday.
All right. So you'll have a good time up there.
Yeah, and you got your event happening tomorrow?
I have an event. Yeah, I get to plug an event for the first time.
What? You get to plug events?
No, I don't have events.
You had the ladies' night a couple months ago.
Ladies. Ladies and gentlemen are welcome to come out because today is the kickoff to Pride.
Yes.
Pride Week starts today officially, and tomorrow, if you are in Halifax, we're going to have a little get-together at the Pint Rooftop Patio. We're having a party throwdown. It's going to kick off Pride for us, and we're going to have Kin Crew performing there. It's going to be a wild night, and the weather is going to be muy bueno tomorrow. Yeah. Supposed to be 27 degrees, clear. So if you want to party anywhere, tomorrow night, the place to be, Pint Rooftop. I'll be there. You should be there.
Yeah, come out.
So come on through and check that out.
Great view of the newly renovated Argyle Street. And speaking of renovations, the Pint renovated their patio, and it's looking mighty fine. I went up there a couple weeks ago with a friend, and it looks great. The guys did a great job there. So tomorrow, weather's going to be great, ladies and gentlemen. I think if you're looking for anything to do, that would be a place to hit up.
That's the place to be.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee any smoking outside the building, but aside from that, it's going to be the joint. So definitely come out to that.
Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. Again, myself and Tony appreciate your time. And if you could, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you find us on iTunes or Google Play, give us a little rating on that and subscribe there too. Anyway, but until then, kisses to you.
Much love. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a fabulous weekend.
Yes. Everybody stay safe.
Peace.
We out. Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. If you like the show, please subscribe below.